Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Where Don't Care. My name is, or as you know me in the Wrestling Revolution, I am Joey Sanchez, and here are my thoughts on the Wednesday Night Wars. That's right, the war has finally begun between AEW being run by Cody and the Young Bucks against NXT being run by Triple H, being owned by WWE, being owned by a terrible, horrible SOB named Vince McMahon. It has finally begun. The war between these two shows are finally went up against each other last night. It was awesome. It was great. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Finally, some competition, forcing Vince to do whatever it takes to try to get the better over his opponents. And you can tell he is nervous to the point that he's not getting involved in anything with NXT. I'm glad Triple H is running the whole thing. He better be. Vince, you stay the hell out of there and let these guys do exactly what they do best. But which did it better? Which did the better job? Well, let's take a look at AEW, shall we? AEW started off with a very hot crowd. It was electrifying, and this is exactly what AEW needed, especially with the first match of the night to kick off AEW's first show. Cody versus Sammy Guevara. Very good match between these two men. I enjoyed how well this went. Cody made Sammy look good. Sammy looked great against the veteran Cody, and in the end, Cody ended up getting the victory. Sammy will get a victory next time. Let's be honest, he will. It's going to happen. Next match, MJF versus Brandon Cutler. Pretty short match, actually. I think this was about 3 minutes. I was very disappointed in the fact it was short, but it was short but sweet to the point. And I hope Cutler is okay. I think he may have hurt himself, but we'll see how it happens later on. Next match, Pac versus Hangman Page. Another good match. In fact, this may be one of Hangman's best matches he's had in a while because, his match with Chris Jericho at All Out, not exactly a good match. I mean, I kind of blame the fact that the crowd was really dead after the whole show. But this was one of his best matches. He had he worked well with Pac. Pac looked great. He was a complete utter asshole in this match. And in the end, the referee had to stop the match after Pac kept, beating Hangman down. So in the end, Pac gets the win. Hangman, he will get his victory. Maybe at the next show they're going to do, but until then, it's good. Next match was for the inaugural AEW Women's Championship. It was Rico versus Nyla Rose. This had some sloppiness here and there, but they picked up the pace. They got the crowd back into it. This was a great match, and Rico got the win. She is the first ever AEW's Women's Champion. Congratulations to Rico. In the end, though, Nyla beat the hell out of her. I actually like this because, first of all, it put Mila over as a monster heel, while Rico, the smaller but, lovable babyface. So, Nyla took her out. Kenny Omega came out. So, I guess we're going to be setting up a mixed tag team match. But in the end, I like this match. Good way to start for the women's division here in AEW. But still got more work to go. And we finally get to the main event. It is Chris Jericho and Santana and Ortiz, LAX versus the Elite. It was Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks against each other, and this was a good match. I love it. This was a good main event. I was happy to hear that Santana and Ortiz showed up at the show at All Out, and they're now here. They're now going to kick some ass, and this was a great match. In the end, Jericho's team got the win. Afterwards, they started beating down the good guys. Cody came out. Sammy took him out. Then Dustin Rhodes came out. He got taken out by the debut of the All-American Jack Swagger. That's right, Jack Swagger's on in AEW. Then the heels took out everybody. They stood tall. That was the end of the show. Not a bad show. Need some more work done here and there, but a good way to start off their first show. But what about NXT? How did they do? Well, let's take a look at their first match. Adam Cole, Matt Riddle for the NXT Championship. This was a takeover level kind of style of show. This was an awesome match. These two guys just did well against one another. Matt Riddle going for the injured arm of Adam Cole. Cole doing all he can to beat the hell out of Matt. These two men went back and forth. It was awesome, but in the end, Cole used the cast sand. He hit the last shot, got the win. He retains the title. Congratulations. A great way to start the show, but it's not over yet because you know what happened next? Finn Balor made his return to NXT, and he confronted Adam Cole, and looks like we're going to have Finn Balor on NXT after he got beat the hell out of by The Fiend. He is now going up against Cole, and it looks like we're going to have a championship match. Oh yes, this is going to be awesome. Next, Io Shirai versus Mia Yim. Good match. Good work between these two women. Mia really did redeem herself after her sloppy match against Shayna Baszler, but this was a good match between these two women. Awesome work between these two, and in the end, Iowa got the win. So, awesome work to these two ladies. Congratulations. But we're not done yet. Johnny Gargano versus Shane Thorne. May not have been the long match as the last two, but this was still a good way to calm the crowd down. Still keep them hooked on everything. In the end, Johnny got the win on Shane. Shane did a great job against Johnny, but in the end, Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, got the win. Next, Shayna Baszler defending her NXT Women's Championship against Candice LeRae. And this was a great match. Candice looked great as the babyface against the heel monster, Shayna. Both women did well against one another. Both getting the near falls and near falls, close falls after close falls. But in the end, Shayna got the win with the submission. She retains the title. I was not surprised by this. I didn't think Candice was going to win. We all know who's taking that title, and you know it's going to happen soon. Next, we had Pete Dunne against Danny Burch. Short match, 7 minutes, not bad. Still loved it. Pete Dunne got the win, and well, cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. Maybe he'll go up against Roderick Strong for the North American Championship, but we'll see. But in the main event, it is the Undisputed Era versus the Street Profits for the Tag Team Championship. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly defending their titles against the Street Profits, the former Tag Team Champions. This was an awesome match. 20 minutes, awesome work between these two teams. They showed why they are the best, but the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly show why they're the best team in the world, and they proved it tonight. They don't need to do a lot of big spots, as the Young Bucks have done. Don't get me wrong, I love the Young Bucks, but I just want to see so many big near falls so much. These guys did a great job. They kept the crowd into it. These guys are hated. The Street Profits are trying to get over against these guys, doing everything they can to keep them down, but in the end, the Undisputed Era still remain tag team champions. So, the prophecy remains. The Undisputed Era remains as champions. But, what happened next? We saw the return of Tommaso Ciampa, and he showed up confronting Adam Cole, and looks like we're going to have a triple threat match. Adam Cole, Finn Balor, Ciampa against each other. This is awesome. So, which did it better? Which show was awesome? Well, as much as I love AEW's first show, I really do, I'm giving it to NXT. Here's the reason why. First off, they started off hot with Cole and Riddle having their first ever championship match. As much as Cody and Sammy did well, Adam and Riddle did a much better job. Two great women matches. Shayna and Candice's match was a lot better, though. I don't mind the Rico and Neela match, but they still need to get over more with that championship. They need to get over more with this new title, but they will. I know they will. And then the main event, again, I love the Young Bucks. I just don't want to see too many big falls. But I'm giving to the Undisputed Era because they really have established themselves more as a dominant team, and they've done a great job. I love the Young Bucks, but I'm giving to NXT. But that's just my opinion. Both shows did an amazing job. Both shows did great. The crowd loved every minute of it. There was no negativity for both shows. They did a great job. So, despite the fact that I think NXT did better, in the end, both shows are the real winners here. So, that's it, guys. If you have a different opinion about it, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button. Check out my Facebook page. Check out my Twitter page. Also, check out the Young Bucks channel as well. I'll leave it down below so you guys can follow them. And also, keep up to date with what's going on their Twitter, everywhere on their social media. And we'll see how things are going to continue. Because the Wednesday Night Wars has just begun. And we'll see who will come out on top. NXT or AEW. We shall find out. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you all on Friday night as well for the Wrestling Revolution. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Give you more love and more entertainment. Bye.